that is a horse dancing. A horse dancing. And that is why today, now we are starting with the dancing horse. You can do all things. You can do all things. You see, uh, if impossibility is only a mindset. If you have a mind that you can't do something, it's because you have it in your mind. The word of God says you should renew your mind with the word of God. God says you can do all things. You may be looking at mathematics as something very difficult, but have you tried to sit down and say, I can do this? Have you tried to reorientate yourself? Give yourself an orientation, a self-belief, a self-confidence that I can do this thing. I can try and work this thing out. I can listen to my teacher in the classroom. I can understand what they are teaching me. I can listen to these videos and understand exactly what they are teaching me in it. Some of you, the mindset you bring into mathematics class is that you can't do it, no matter how much the teacher teach you. But I want to tell you this morning, if this horse can dance, you can also do it. You can do anything your mind prepares to do. You can do anything you try to do with your hand. This is what God says. You can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth you. So don't come to the videos and thinking, let me just go and watch it. Do it with your might. Learn with your might. Study with your might. Practice. There are textbooks with you. Go and look at questions and bombard yourself with those questions. Do them and let your mind come to rest that you can finally do something. That is just to tell you something, to encourage you before we start examples on quadratic formula. Okay, so let's have examples. Sorry about that. Examples on quadratic formula. Okay, examples on quadratic formula. Okay, I have to copy that because we need it on the other board later. Okay, now this is we want to look at examples on quadratic formula quickly, and our quadratic formula says x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Let's have an example here. Example which says solve x squared minus 8x plus 16 equal to 0. X squared minus 8x plus 16 equal to 0. So in this question, our a is equal to 1. That's the coefficient of x squared. Then our b is equal to minus 8. That is coefficient of x. And our c is equal to 16. That is our constant term. So we put all this in the equation that we have here. We put all that in that particular equation. So let's go ahead and solve. 1 minus 8, 16. That's what we have. 1 minus 8, 16. Let me see how I can clean the board without going away from here. 1 minus 8, 16 are the values that we are using. Don't forget that. So we can say that therefore that x x is equal to minus, our b is what? Minus 8. So we have minus, there is already a minus here before. So we have minus, open bracket, which is minus 8. Then plus or minus square root. B squared again, we have minus 8 all what? All squared minus 4 times, our a is what? 1 times, and our b is what? 16. Then all over 2 times 4 4ac rather, 2a over 2a over 2a, that is 2 times a, which is 2 times 1. Okay, so when we have this, we can now clean the top now. Let's clean the top here. Okay. Okay, so we have now that x is equal to minus times minus here. Minus times minus will give us plus. So we have plus 8. That's 8 plus or minus. Then look at this. Oh, sorry, I was cleaning. Square root minus 8 squared means minus 8 times minus 8, which is 16. Don't make the mistake of writing minus 16, because minus 16 is not the value of minus 8 squared. So minus 8 times minus 8 is 16. So many students make that error. Then we have minus here. B squared minus 4 times 1 times 6. 4 times 16 will give us 64. So we have, sorry, so I made a mistake here. We have 64, because 8 times 8 is 64, not 16. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, no problem. So 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. Sorry about that. Then minus 4 times 16, which is 4 times 1 times 16, which is also 64. I think so. Then all over 2 times 1, which is 2. So I can clean this one now. So we are going to have 8 plus or minus square root of 0 over what? Over 2. And that will give us 8 plus or minus, what is square root of 0? 0 definitely, over 2. So we have which is equal to x equals to 4 over 2. 4 over 2. So the answer we're going to have now is, because 8 plus 0 is 8, and 8 minus 0 is also 8. So that means we're going to have, okay, let's have it twice then. Let's have it twice. Let me clean this so that you can know that it is two answers that you're going to have. We have x is equal to 8 plus 0 over 2, or 8 minus 0 over 2. So this will give us 4 in the first case, or 4 in the second case. So it means therefore that x is equal to 4 twice. Now in our final answer, what we are going to write is that x is equal to 4, then twice. because we get that 4 in 2 places here, in 2 places. So x is equal to 4 twice in brackets. So your examiner or your teacher will know that you understand what you are doing, because you must have 2 values for a quadratic equation. So x is equal to 4 twice. That is what you do in that particular place. So we have that question sorted out. Okay, so let's see.